Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see a pair of recent first-round picks who've become two of the best corners in the NFL. It's Marcus Peters and Jalen Ramsey. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Little motion now from the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. The play clock's running down.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 4th down.
Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw on second down is Smith. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Smith with a give to Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And now out come the Jags. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. He got 29 yards that time. Fournette, a first down carry. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Ivory. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Ivory, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Smith. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, selfishly, I'm happy for that incompletion because I wanted to discuss Philadelphia's situation this last week. Jake Elliott, kicker, unfortunately got hurt. They went for 2. They went for it on 4th down. And who was doing the kickoffs for them?
Camus Grugier-Hill, who's a backup outside linebacker. A guy that can flat out run and plays well in special teams, but who knew he had a big leg, a big foot on him as well. So normally you would think that the punter would take over the duties, but the motion of the leg swing is different. I don't think the Eagles wanted to mess with Donnie Jones's leg swing as a punter. That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In motion now is Lee. Throwing now is Bortles. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Let's quickly go on to a different discussion after that incompletion. Right now in the NFL, there's 9, 4, and 6 teams, Charles. Any of them you think have a chance at jumping up and making the playoffs?
No, the case can always be made for any of them. We know that. But the one that intrigues me and jumps off the page at me, the Los Angeles Chargers. We know they've had a lot of bad luck along the way. That's part of what contributed to their 4-6 season. But they blasted Buffalo this past week. They go to Dallas on a short week on Thanksgiving Day, and Dallas is reeling a little bit. Cleveland, Washington at home, at Kansas City in their own division, at the Jets, and then their division against Oakland to finish. To me, that schedule says they've got a chance to make a run with Phillip Rivers as their quarterback.
You know, as an aside, I almost corrected you. You said Los Angeles. I was like, no, it's San Diego. I'm still not used to that, but we'll see if they can make a run down the stretch.
You're not alone, brother. I wrote down Los Angeles. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the big tight end shifting around. Bortles will try again on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Check.
The tight end changing his position.
Here we go. Check it once. Check the call. Ace.
Snap comes at one, and it's Bortles. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Blue 45. Go.
On first down, Bortles. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace. Go.
On second down, here's Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Smith escaping the pressure right. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And on 2nd and 10 now. And the D looking like they may blitz. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Wilson snags it left side. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. They run again with Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This off. So far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Smith now to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, right?
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 3rd and long. It's Bortles. Steps away to his left. Airing it out for Hearns. And that's caught at the 25. So we hit the halftime break here. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Smith on 1st down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Not a stat we talk about often with tight ends, but Travis Kelsey, he can move it after the catch. 3rd overall in the NFL in yards after catch last season.
Behind 2 running backs, Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson.
Strength and a little bit of niftiness in Travis Kelsey's game.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, hey, let's shift gears for a second. Did you see Dre Kirkpatrick's 100-yard interception return not for a touchdown last week?
It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, it's a 100-yard field. How does he get 100 yards and not score? What happened?
Picked it off in the end zone, couldn't take it all the way back to the other end zone. By the way, that 100-yard interception without it being a touchdown, longest in NFL history to not score.
But they did eventually score, right?
They did.
Didn't he fumble somewhere along the way?
Yeah.
Picked up his own fumble, gets to about the 1. They end up scoring. It happened in Denver. So I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, I know where you're going.
The altitude.
The altitude got
him.
Oh, poor Dre Kirkpatrick. Great return, though. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Smith now to throw on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Akeem Hunt now to return, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Defense showing blitz. On second down, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Well, the Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
In motion now is Lee. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Little motion now from the tight end. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. He finds Hearns left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And the big tight end shifting around. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Bortles going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
And he's going to be intercepted the third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Airing it out for Hearns. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors. Yet still play perfect.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Smith. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He also had an interception return for a touchdown last year, another one there. What's the goal for a defensive back? One a season?
One a season is
That's
really
fantastic.
Way more than you would expect. I mean, guys set those type of goals, but rarely are they reached. Rarely they achieve. To be able to pull it off back-to-back seasons, who says no one makes house calls anymore?
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd and 10, Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Smith on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Throwing is Bortles. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, this is Ivory. Chris Ivory off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Ivory, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Smith to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Smith. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They'll give Fournette another crack. A huge loss on the play. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. In motion now is Lee. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Airing it out for Hearns. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're